I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? Okay. So today I just started with the whole, thing because I was like, I'm through with that. I can't do this right now. I can't be doing an introduction to a top 20 Billboard artist today that's on my show. Oh, sorry. I feel all cool and stuff. I gotta tell you, I'm just so excited. Okay, so I have Such on my show today, and I want to welcome her to the show. What's up, girlfriend? How you doing?
Hi.
Hey. I was like, now normally I would start the show a little bit differently. I come in and talk, and then we put that, but I couldn't do it. I'm too excited. Just too excited. You got me, girl. You got me.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Oh, I'm super excited to have you on the show. So tell me about yourself. And first of all, tell me how your name, how did you get your name? And then how did you get started in the industry?
Absolutely. Okay. So Such is my name. It comes from the first two letters of my first name and the first two letters of my last name. My first name is Celie and my last name is Charles. Get it? S-U-C-H.
No. Wait, hold on a second. Pronounce your first name again.
Celie.
What is that?
So I'm Haitian American. So my parents immigrated here from Haiti, and it's sort of a made up name. It has French influence. My mom's name is Francia, and so I was named after her. So Sul France. It's like S-U-L France. I mean,
that sounds sexy.
Thank you.
It rolls. And I can't even say it, but it rolls.
Yeah, I know. But listen, it wasn't sexy when I was in middle school and elementary school and people couldn't pronounce my name. Okay? They were like, they were like sulfur. It was awful.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you my first name because it's not Yaya.
What is it?
It's just a bland name. But everybody used to say, well, that's not a black girl name. That's a white girl name. I'm like, oh yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah. See, yeah. So we all got it.
In some form or fashion. You're so right.
But guess what? Look where I'm at today.
I know that's right. Go through, yes. Come through, Yaya.
Okay. So now beautiful name. So I understand where you got that from. So how did you get into the music industry?
Oh my gosh, it is a long story. I'm gonna try to make it short because I actually have 2 degrees that I don't work in. My first degree was in exercise science, pre-physical therapy. I wanted to be a physical therapist. And then when I started working at a physical therapist's office, they were like, the physical therapy field is totally crowded and there's so much schooling. Why don't you consider nursing? And I was like, okay. I already had a bachelor's degree. So I went and did like a 1-year super intensive bachelor's degree for nursing. So up until January of 2012, I was actually a nurse. So let's back it up. Let's back it up all the way to the beginning. I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
I know. So, my parents immigrated here from Haiti. My dad's a pastor. He's a retired pastor now. So I grew up singing in church, always loved music, but just never thought of it as an actual career opportunity or path because I didn't know anybody who was a musician, an artist, an entertainer. So I never thought of it like that I could actually do it, right? Like, even though it's cheesy, it's true. Like you are what you think you can become. Like, if you don't see it, you don't even know that it's an option. So I had no idea. When I was 15, my band director told me about this group called the Grammy High School Jazz Ensembles. And he told me that I should audition for it. So basically what it was is kids auditioned for this Grammy. It's now called Grammy Band. They auditioned for it across the nation and Canada. And if they got in, you got a 10-day all expenses paid trip to LA. You performed with a well-known jazz artist. You recorded a whole album. You got to perform at different jazz clubs all over LA. And so they had like a choir, a combo, and a band. So I auditioned for the choir. And you perform at the Grammy nominee party, and then you get to attend the Grammys.
What?
Okay? Yes. So I sent him my little VHS Yeah, I know. I'm totally aging myself. But yes, I sent in my VHS and I actually made it. And it was
Wow.
the coolest experience. It was also very intimidating because I was just a girl who could sing. All the other kids that were there, some of them had already had 2 albums. They all went
Mm.
to performing arts high schools. They all knew they were going to be musicians. And I was
Mhm.
like, I hadn't had any formal training or anything. It was just, I could sing, right?
Mhm.
So I went there and it was hectic and crazy. And it was basically like we were on tour. So it was a slice of a musician's life.
Mm.
And I think that was the first time that a little baby seed was planted in me that like I could do it. I actually really wanted to do it. So I came back from that trip just so, enthused and jazzed up and excited about, I'm going to tell my parents how I wanted to transfer from my high school to a performing arts high school and everything. And I was like, this is what's going to happen. I did a PowerPoint presentation for them and they were like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, nah. They were like, okay, that's all good and well. We know you can sing. We support you. We love you. But I think they really just didn't want me to be a struggling musician because they
Mm.
too didn't know, you know what I mean? They didn't know people that were, but what they did know was that if you became a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an engineer, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you would have stable income. And so
Mhm.
I think from that point on, I just started to view music as more of a creative outlet and a release. And so I, directed choirs at church, did praise teams, all that kind of stuff. And then I would say the thing that really, and as I told you, I got 2 different careers, like went on
Mhm.
about that, but I always did music at church. Like, it
Mhm.
was my creative space. But then what actually changed for me was in 2010 when the earthquake hit Haiti
Mm.
and I went down there as a nurse. And I think that there's just something that happens when tragedy strikes,
Mhm.
in which you just gain so much clarity. So
Yeah.
things that you thought were important don't matter at all. And things
No.
that you had
No.
placed on the back burner, suddenly you're like, this is of the utmost importance. And I think for me, that's where music came into play. Like I'd always known music was my thing.
Mm.
And just seeing the loss of life and like devastation there, I was like, yo, life is short. Like
Oh man.
I've
Yeah.
always known that music is my thing and I've just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I came back with this just overwhelming desire to figure this out. Like, I don't have any industry contacts. I don't even know, you know what I mean? But I just somehow I need to phase in singing more and hopefully, phase out nursing. Um, and then I auditioned for American Idol.
Mm.
And I ended up making top 63, which was really cool. And I was completely, I was devastated, of course, when I was eliminated. Um,
Yeah.
but what I realized after that experience was that, when the dust settled and whatever else, I was like, oh, I still want to sing. Like
Yeah.
the desire didn't go away and I
Right.
still have something to say. So after that, I recorded my whole first album in my basement. Uh,
Hey.
Something akin to, like a demo. And, I listen to it right now and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cringeworthy because I would make different vocal choices and all these different things. But the
Yeah.
reality is that if I did not have that first album, that raw, then I would have had nothing to improve on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so many times we get caught up in wanting perfection that we don't ever release anything. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if you don't release anything, there is nothing.
There's nothing.
You can't build on nothing.
No. You
Um,
can't.
and so I think back to that time and I just like thank my former self because she was so brave. I had no industry contacts, didn't know how to do it, but my desire was so much greater than my fear, that I felt like I had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
And today, you have a Billboard top 20 song,
I
number
know.
15. Girl, all I want. Can you believe the title? All I want.
Yes, I
I mean,
can.
I mean, maybe the song is different, but to me, the story that you just gave me was a story of all I want is to
Mhm.
sing. All I want is to do this, and life is short.
For
And
sure.
to me, that rings. and it speaks volumes. Wow. So, I mean, I remember that. I remember the earthquake in Haiti, and my
Mhm.
friends told me, that they had to send money back and they had to send
Yeah,
clothes and stuff. And
yeah.
people are still sending stuff today. It's really hard. And
It's
and
so
even
hard.
in the smaller islands like Cuba and Puerto Rico and a lot of different places where the hurricane and the earthquakes hit, it's
Mhm.
really hard.
It
It's
is.
really
It's hard
hard.
to it's hard to recover from that, and even, till this day, there are still devastating effects from it,
Yeah.
almost what, it's 11 years later, right? And then, and all the other stuff. There was another earthquake this year, and then
Mhm.
there's all the things that, that has been happening to Haiti. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like we just can't catch a break. But what I do know about my people is that we are super resilient.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we come through, and
Oh
we
yeah.
always come through stronger. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I am so happy that we are able to do the things that we do.
yeah.
Just imagine, you have that dream that you wanted to accomplish. A top 20 song or whatever. You did it. You did it. How does that feel today that you just found out? You just found out, right? You
Yeah.
just found out,
Yeah, that it's
girl.
15. But
Girl, you just found out that you are Billboard Top 15. How does that feel?
it's
Oh my
totally surreal.
gosh.
I mean, it's surreal, but it also really feels good. And I think that if there's anything that this pandemic, that we're still in has taught me is to really celebrate and be
Mhm,
present for all the moments.
mhm.
And so I'm gonna celebrate it. You know what I mean? I think it's
I
so
hear
easy to
you.
be like, okay, great. Now on to the next one. You know what I mean? And not
Right,
really just cherish and
right.
soak up the moment.
Mhm. You gotta pause for these
You gotta
moments.
pause. You
You
got to.
gotta pause. You gotta pause for these
You gotta
moments,
pause. Yeah.
and it's so eye-opening that a dream where you said, "I just gotta figure this out,"
Yeah.
is figured out the way it is today. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. But the biggest part is you said life is very short, and you went from one profession that was
Mhm.
so far away from music. This profession, when you transferred, did you said you wanted to do it little by little? Was it little by little or was it a leap?
So, I mean, I started to phase in more performances and singing and whatnot, but I think I did a hard cut when I came back from American Idol because I think it was at that time that I was like, yo, am I going to do this or am I going to do this?
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
And interestingly enough, everything that I love about nursing uh is what I love about music. So I actually
Yeah.
feel like they're so integral, like they're so connected, and that it
Mhm.
all just feels like it's just a part of who I am. So what I
Yeah.
loved about nursing was building rapport with people, taking care of people, the healing aspect of things,
Yeah.
being able to have real human person to person connection and the responsibility of taking care of people, right? So like with
Yeah.
music, I still feel like I build rapport with folks that I'm still taking care of you, that I'm able to take your emotions, your thoughts, and put them into song and hope that you can relate to it. I feel
Yeah.
like there's so much. I love performing live, and I feel like there's such a strong human connection there.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's all one and the same. Like I don't feel like I left the nursing profession. I mean, yes, I don't work in a hospital or a clinic, but the same things that I would receive from those places and from that profession, I also get that in music. So
Yeah.
it's been really beautiful.
Well, congratulations. I'm telling you, I am so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I mean, come on.
Thank you.
My mom wanted me to be a lawyer. Can you just imagine me in the court of law? It was
You'd be a great lawyer, okay?
I don't know about that, darling. I would be laughing. I think I would probably be like penalized or whatever you're fined or whatever. Stop laughing in my courthouse.
Right, right.
That wouldn't be good. It just wouldn't be good. So instead, I kind of tumbled into this, and this wasn't a
Yes,
deliberate thing. It was more like, wow, this is kind of cool,
right.
you
I love
know?
when that happens.
Yeah, it is a wonderful thing. And being on Billboard 15 is cool too.
It is cool. I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie.
really
It's
cool.
pretty
And I
cool.
want you to be top 10. Go get them, girl.
Listen, let's do this. Whoop,
Yes,
whoop.
yes, yes, definitely, definitely. So I've been putting up your social media so people can get you at iamsuch.com.
Yes,
Also, your I am such on Instagram
yes.
and on YouTube. So
Mhm.
that way people can just find you. I am such. I am such.
Yes.
SUCH. Just
That's
like
right. Just
that's
like
it.
the word.
That's right. I am such. Wow, girlfriend. What kind of advice do you have for people who just want to do what you just did? I mean, just
Mm.
literally just they want to do it. They want to do
Yeah.
it. They were thinking about it, but
But they're like, you know what? I really think that the best thing is to realize that life is all about the journey. I think a
mhm.
lot of times people are like, oh, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be whatever else. But I always wonder, like, if I woke up tomorrow and, uh, found out that I'd won like 6 Grammys and couldn't remember the journey, would it really matter? Nah. So I would say, two things. One, enjoy the journey, enjoy wherever you're at, and enjoy that process, be present. And two, understand that there is no formula. I think a lot of times people are like, oh, well, if I follow this thing, this will come to pass. And it's like, nah, you've got to pave your own way because ultimately nobody is you. So enjoy the journey, forge your own path, and just go for it.
I'm gonna go now. Because she said it all. Literally, everybody has their own journey and their own experience that they have to experience.
That's
And
right.
without that, it doesn't really mold who you are and who you're supposed to be. So
Yeah.
go on that journey. Just
Yeah.
like Such said, do it. Just do your
Do it.
thing. Do your thing.
Do it.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Wait, don't you go anywhere, but I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to
Okay.
leave because it has been such a wonderful interview. I had such a wonderful time with Such, man. I'm telling you, congratulations again, Such, on
Thank you.
everything. I hope I see you getting a Grammy. Okay.
Listen.
Hey,
Okay. I received that. I received that.
I'm going to be over here going, hey. You know what? And this is something I've noticed. I have watched the Grammys, not every year, but I do
Mhm.
watch the Grammys. But whoever sings usually gets a Grammy. Girl, sing on that place. Sing
That's
it.
true. You right. Okay.
Sing on that show. Everybody that sing on that show, what happens? Right after
They
they
win.
sing, they got a Grammy.
You right.
Sing. Girl, get a position. Sing on it.
Okay. All right.
Sing.
Okay.
Just, hey, tell them I would love to perform at the Grammys this year.
I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna happen.
Make it happen. Make it
Mhm.
if you're on the show, I will watch.
Okay.
Not that it means anything, but I will watch. I will
It
watch.
means the world to me. What do you mean? Not that
Oh,
it means
thank
anything.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Now it means more to me. You got to win now.
Ah,
No pressure.
no pressure. Okay.
None. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. And I'm going to have Such introduce her song to you. Thank you guys so much again. Don't forget to Dare to Be Different. Subscribe, like, comment, and make sure you go ahead and you like and subscribe to Such's pages right there. Instagram, I am Such, and I am out.
All right, y'all. So this song is just sweet, laid back, sensual, sexy. And it just talks about what you want, when you want it, and not being ashamed of it. Ladies and gentlemen, all I want.
Let's play some chess, truth or dare. Under the covers, brown a skin bare. Your body's on mine, intertwined. Let's take our time. Forget the past, it's just us at last. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon. All I want is you. All I need is you. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon, baby. All I want is you. Make no exceptions. Break the rules like never before. Leave nothing in store. It's now, not later. Now, not later. Put pen to paper. Open my door. Fill me to my core. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon. All I want is you. All I need is you. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon. All I want is you. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon. All I want is you. All I need is you. All I want is you. All I need is you. Fly me to the moon. I dare to be different. 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 I dare.